Everybody's building platforms today. Do you maybe have any advice or perspectives on how to differentiate, how to be different? I mean, you've mentioned the friction in building solutions, but in a single marketplace or a competitive landscape, everybody's calling themselves platforms today. So how can you maybe distinguish yourself?
Yeah, well, my first caution is don't. Don't think that just because you call it a platform, it's a platform. A platform is a very special solution to a very particular kind of problem. So, I don't know, pick an issue like matching dentists to people with tooth problems. Sounds like a platform problem, but very hard to imagine that you're going to get dentists to sign up and pay for it, or you're going to get customers. So customers certainly won't pay to be introduced to a dentist. So you haven't got a platform there. You've just got an idea about a matching opportunity, and you have to think very carefully about the friction you're trying to overcome. So we know that if someone's new to a city, they may not know how to choose a dentist. They've probably never done it before. So they have no skills at it. They could Google the question, but they're going to get a lot of, crazy answers. So you've got to think very carefully, put yourself in the shoes of someone who is trying to choose a dentist, and then say, can I provide a matching service that overcomes that point of friction? And then I would ask, in that case, will I ever get scale? Because many platforms, and you can see this in examples today, many platforms solve a local problem. And getting them to operate in other markets. I mean, even Uber faces this issue. In fact, Lyft, which was the second entrant into that market, faces it even more. So Uber initially said, we have to go to big cities. And we can't go to rural areas. And as recently as 2 years ago, I couldn't get an Uber north of Chicago. The service was really bounded by O'Hare Airport. And if you got out at O'Hare Airport for a destination to the north, you had to take a regular taxi, because Uber just couldn't find the volume of demand traveling north from the airport to warrant the service. Now, that's pretty serious for the growth of a platform. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, because there were plenty of parts of the United States where there was demand. But what I'm saying is, don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, this is a platform idea. I find local interest in it. Ask yourself, will it scale? Can I take it to other markets? And how do I do that? Now that's, think in your mind the difference between Uber and Airbnb. In Uber, all the drivers and all the passengers, by and large, except at airports, are in the same city. So there's a local market. That's a problem, because I may like the service, but the brand doesn't spread to other centers. Contrast that with Airbnb, which is exactly the opposite. All of the properties and all of the guests come from different places. That means the guest is going to spread the word about the service. So people will go to new destinations carrying the brand with them. So, that's maybe a subtle point about testing a platform idea, but try it out. Say, do I have something here that has a large footprint, a large geographic footprint, or is it local and will quickly exhaust its potential and not grow? I think that's the problem with the medical and dental matching services that have certainly not become giant operations. Probably matching with accountants would have the same problem.